Hi everyone, welcome to the Market Antithesis, where we ignore all the noise and get focused on what really drives the action on Wall Street. Before I start, I just want to remind everyone to like and subscribe if you want more of our content that comes out each week. Today, we're going to talk about Apple Incorporated and why Wall Street firms love to bid up this stock. I mean, look at this 5-year chart. No matter what was going on in the world, Apple was getting bought and bought and bought. I mean, what's the percentage return on this is crazy. You can estimate $30 to $133. I mean, that is an amazing return for a blue chip company. So let's talk about why I think this is happening. Reason number one, brand. Look at this website. We all know how clean Apple products are. We all know how everyone has iPhones, how everyone has Macs. I mean, I'm using this now. The brand is amazing. Consumers love it, and investors also love it. They know that no matter what happens, buyers of Apple products are going to buy products. Apple's going to come out with new things. They know that there's always a buyer. There's always a revenue increase. The brand is a key component to why this company has had so much faith in it over the last 5 years. Reason two, asset flow. A lot of people don't think about how asset flow impacts stock prices, but it really does. Why do stocks go up? Because more people buy it. See, if we look at the S&P stocks by weight, we see that Apple is the number one weighted stock, which means that every quarter when indexes all over Wall Street have to mimic the S&P 500, index funds, mutual funds, they need to buy more Apple stock. Investors love this because they know that other people are going to buy the stock that they're in. If you play around in penny stocks or stocks that aren't part of these indexes, you don't know if there's going to be other people buying it. But with Apple, you know that every quarter, everyone's 401ks, IRAs are getting invested in Apple because it's the number one company in the S&P 500. Reason three, volatility. For such a stable blue chip stock, Apple moves around a lot. We can see this by looking at the beta, which in kind of the fancy financial terms is the volatility of the stock. A lot of people associate with risk. I kind of have a different view on what risk is when it comes to stocks, but I can go into that in some other time. But here, if we look at the list of Dow Jones stocks and we sort it by beta, we can see that Apple is the 8th highest beta. Really good. I mean, if we look at like the top ones, I mean, Boeing, like recently they've had so much trouble. It makes sense that they're moving around a lot with the coronavirus and some of their issues with their 747 MAX. I mean, that stock has a high beta, but doesn't necessarily mean you want to invest it. I mean, Apple has such good fundamentals and has this high beta, which means that you can make a lot of profit on something that really isn't that risky. And that kind of goes back to the fact that I don't necessarily think beta is risk in itself, because you can be trading a really good company or buying or investing in a really good company that moves around a lot, and the fundamentals of the company aren't changing just because the stock price is changing. So in that case, you can really make profits with less risk. But what's the real reason why I think investors love Apple Inc? Cash. They have so much cash on their balance sheet. It is insane. This is key because it really reduces investors' downside risk and increases the confidence that the fundamentals are going to stay the same. I mean, you could see over this past year with the coronavirus how having an extra cash balance can really help a company. There really aren't any other companies in the world that have this much cash. I mean, 195 billion? I mean, that's insane. Like, they don't really have anything to worry about. If their revenues do decline, the risk of them going bankrupt or whatever, it's never going to happen. There's just so much cash. Other companies like the airlines, they have so much debt, they can't even service it when the revenue goes down. Apple has so much flexibility. And on the positive side, they have all this cash to buy other companies, invest in other projects. we all know about the new Apple car, EV car, which I can do a separate video on. But if Apple didn't have that much cash, they wouldn't be able to take on those type of endeavors. And ultimately, I really think that this is why so much money flows into Apple. All right, so that's it for today. Please go in the comments below and let me know what you think. Let me know if you want me to do any more reviews on other stocks that you guys like, and talk about why I think they're going up or going down. I think it's important that we kind of look into these real details about why these stocks move, rather than just the daily headlines and scare tactics that used by traditional media.